That's where I'm at right now. I used to be the model caterer. I used to be the. Then there's this small girl that just came. You understand? But anyways, won't go there. I run a fine dining events catering company. So we're going to just speak more about the events catering company. It's called the Osa. The Osa means the god of catering. Because I'm half Benin, hence the reason Osa, which means the god. So in regards to my question, already we're known here in the UK, but where I'm at now, I feel stuck in regards to trying to sustain my competitive advantage in the industry. How do you stay ahead of your game? That's one of the questions. And then the second one is, I love your videos. I don't know how you do it, but those videos are so catchy, and it's so catchy. I just stay on it, watch it more than 3 times and not get bored. So
I thought I was meant to do some TikTok dance to keep people watching.
Nah,
but it's really interesting.
No. Your videos are very interesting. So weird.
Thank you.
When you just see the words pop up like that, you're like, oh my God. Even though it just says this is, but yeah. So it's just, I wanted to just know like the video editing app you use, or which one you recommend for one to use. So as I said, my first question is, how do you sustain your competitive advantage? For some of us that are already in business, I've been in business for 10 years now. So the business has been running for 10 years. We're well known, but it's to take it to the next level.
Okay. So I'm excited about your question, not because it's another industry or it's a diverse, field or playing field. I'm excited because you've been in the game, right? And there's only one, and being in the game is a gift, but you can misrepresent it for a curse. Because when you've seen something work over and over and over again, one, it presents you with assurance, it presents you with confidence, and then before you know it, you get into a pattern without recognizing that you are operating autopilot.
Correct.
And once you are on autopilot, it's hard to be innovative. It's hard to be creative. Because remember, innovation and problems are Siamese twins. When there is no problem, if everything is fine, there is NEPA's light, government is governmenting, account is accounting, So what your 10 years might present to you would be, okay, how do we make more money than we made last year? Then when competition starts coming up and they're doing better, that now wakes you up. And you're like, this person is just 2 years in the business. This person is just 3 years in the business. How come? And a fine dining is not even fine dining in. Do you care what I mean?
Exactly. As in, that's where I'm at right now. I used to be the model caterer. I used to be the. Then there's this small girl that just came. You understand? But anyways, won't go there.
I like, see our spoons. It's not even well placed. What is going on? Right? So what I will say to you is, first of all, you need to dig for that hunger, the first hunger that got you there. Have you heard of Dollar Shave Club?
Repeat that.
Dollar Shave Club. They are a company that started they did shaving sticks for $1.
Okay.
Yes, and their proposition was clearly the fact that we will not put Roger Federer, we will not get David Beckham, we will not get Ronaldo on our ads, and then this shaving stick that is meant to be $1, we'll sell it for you at $30. We will sell it to you the cheapest way possible, and it does not mean that it works less than these ones that have celebrities on them. And they sold the life out of shaving sticks. They were young, they were ready to take the risk because they didn't really have much to lose if you think about it. Guess what? Unilever acquired these guys, got their company, situated their company right in the middle of their HQ, so that the people walking around them can see that these are the guys who are going to cannibalize us. They're going to kill us if you refuse to upgrade, if you refuse to work on yourself. So it's like having a company within a bigger company, and on social media and everything, that smaller company is actually taking your market. So what I want you to know from there or from this is you need to study these guys that are coming in closer than ever. Then, I don't know if you've seen my reverse engineering video where I said,
I've watched all your videos, by the way.
The burger thing, the beef patty, the bacon and everything, use it in making noodles, right? So you need to break down the process of the new guys. What are they doing? Is it social media? Is it how they engage their people? Is it how they celebrate their mistakes? Is it how they appear? Is it how they don't care about their mistakes? Is it how they invite people to be part of their process? Look at that. I'm not saying you should copy.
Of course.
I'm saying you should look at those processes, then check your MO, check your soul, the soul of your business, not your Jesus soul or your God soul. Like, check the soul of your business and see if they align. Before, celebrities were people that they go off, then they come in 2 years, they release a movie, and then it's a big bang, right? Then later, celebrities was being a celebrity or being a big celebrity was now measured by how frequent you appear. Now there is a movie, they have to do another movie about the movie that is coming, and they have to premiere the premiere of the movie. Like, people seeing it for the first time, they do a trailer for that. It's on social media. There's a launch for that. Do you get what I mean? So you need to find a way to let your process be transparent. Let people see your process. So if you want to be an authority in fine dining, even though you are the authority, you can also decide, by the way, that if this is where everybody is operating from, you will not operate here. You can decide, and that is very fine. It's a very fantastic strategy, although you'll bear the brunt because you have to work really, really hard. You can decide to operate from here. But that means if you want to operate here above every other person, then it means you need to double check every single thing you do. You have to fact check everything you say, and you have to now be the mentor, sort of, to every other person who is doing way better than you, or who you think they are doing way better than you. You know, sometimes we think people are way better than us until they tell us we mentor them. Has that happened to you before? Or
yeah, even today, yeah.
Exactly.
It does, yeah.
So if you want to operate at that position, then it is important that you actually get yourself together, roll your sleeves, and operate at that position. Tell them what they are doing right. Tell them what they are doing wrong. Tell them the fastest way to do it right. I saw a video on TikTok the other way, saying how to drink from a wine glass, right? And how to hold a wine glass, and how to stir your wine, and the quantity of wine that has to be poured in. Yo, like, it's been long. I know I have wine glasses here, but who cares? I'm the only one in the studio, but I watched it. And as far as I'm concerned, that person is an authority. So you can do videos about how to do things, the things people look at you for. And if it will take you to ask the people who look up to you, why do you look up to me? What do you like about what I do? Oh, I like your finesse. Write it down, finesse. Them, they chop my finesse they sell. Write it down. Then know that you are going to teach them how to up their finesse. And I know there's the question looming at the back of your mind. Oh, if I teach them everything I know, then what do I have, to teach them again?
No, that's not the question. Actually, with you saying this, a new idea popped up. And that idea, I'm known within the events wedding market. If you talk about 3 caterers within the UK, I'm amongst those 3. So that's how we build a business. I have a community of couples. Yeah, so my next step is heading more towards that community of couples. So which would include events targeted at them even after their wedding. So obviously life in marriage, just things like that. I've been married for 13 years, so obviously incorporating that.
So my question now is, I know that life in marriage sort of like helps you to follow up with the people you delivered your service to, or people you catered to, right? But how does it fit with your positioning, right? I would say life in marriage from you should be fine dining in marriage. Do you get what I mean?
I get you.
So that you are speaking from a more authentic point of view, or when you are speaking, they will listen to you and they will not be like, oh, it's pastor, Do you get what I mean?
No, I get you. I get you.
You're like, and your proposition could simply be what date nights can be date nights at home, or date night should be at home. And these are the things you need to do. If you want your wine glass to be sexier, measure it against your thumb, or make sure it's so high. If you need to get a candle or get one of these things, these are the kind that have that movie effect.
Correct.
You can take a movie scene, deconstruct it into, this is why this looks sexy. Take out the dress, take out the guy, look at the table. 2 candle lights, they don't have everything on the table. See how everything is placed, and then the dresses. Then maybe there will be a little bit of disclaimer. Oh, not everybody is slim, not everybody has red lingerie, but this is how you can, navigate that. So it means you are democratizing the fine dining experience, which is outside, and you are bringing it to every home of a couple.
Correct.
On YouTube, they will find the perfect wine glass. If they go on Amazon, they will see the top 10 selling wine glasses. But if you are teaching them why it has to be this type, how you hold it to let your husband know that you are ready to wine, pun intended, right? So it's just for your people will see you as a wedding counselor for date nights. Then somebody wants to plan for her husband, or he wants to plan for his wife, and if he wants to plan for that date night, because this is a night like none other, you will be the one to be consulted. Your videos will be your page will be the page that will be visited, because they need to plan that night, and that night has to be different.
I get you.
So I think you might need to segue, that idea to further, to further be entrenched into your business essence, the reason, why you're here. But I mean, I love the fact that you took it further beyond the wedding day, beyond the big spending day and stuff. I think that's quite phenomenal. And then, if you notice, everything that we've spoken about has found a way to help in your longevity,
Correct.
Obviously, if someone took your business from wedding day to their room, from Instagram to their room, from online to their dining setting, you are a household name without being St. Louis, without being Tesco.
Correct.
Or Costco. And if you democratize advertise this, you come online and do all of that, people will know that, man, I don't know, she just gets it right, her look, you know, and all. And when you tell them, oh, by the way, I'm a wedding caterer, they'll be like, no way.
Yeah, that's what it's about right now. Hence the reason when I came into the industry, they were quite shocked because I'm 6'1".
Mm-hmm.
I was an ex-model, so it's totally different from the aunties that you see. And obviously, coming from an engineering background,
Mm-hmm.
it was different. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, how the business works is I have 5 chefs. These chefs are from different backgrounds. So we've got the
Mm-hmm.
Nigerian one, Sierra Leonean, Jamaican,
Mm-hmm.
Congolese, and we have the Ghanaian chef. So my clients are what I had to tag the mixed couple market. So
Mm-hmm.
pretty much 90% of my clients are coming from mixed background. So you could have a Ghanaian and Congolese bride, well, or Ghanaian groom, Congolese bride, or Jamaican and Nigerian, or Sierra Leonean and Congolese. So this is because, as I said, there was a market that was emerging with intermarriage and, you know, intercultural marriages, and no one was targeting that market. So I got into that market and then dominated it. So
Mm.
I wasn't then just getting clients from the Nigerian background, but as well as the Sierra Leonean, the Congolese. So you don't have to travel to Nigeria to taste Nigerian cuisine, or travel to Congo to taste
You
Congolese cuisine. You can
can stay
actually
where
have it
you
at the
are.
Ossa.
You can stay where you are and actually enjoy a
Correct.
blend of both.
Correct.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that when you come to a Diosa wedding, you will not just find jollof rice,
Mm.
eforiro. You will find jollof rice, jerk chicken, wache. You will find curry goat. You will find cassava leaves and plain rice. So it's that intercontinental fusion in it. And so that was
And
what we did.
the engineering background also helped you in designing with purpose what you want to achieve, right? So, and engineers are designers, if you get what I mean. So,
Correct.
there's nothing as good as having clarity of
Correct.
thought, you know, from where you are to where you want to be. And I'm sure that was the reason why you saw the problem, you were clear, you knew how to get it. Then, luckily for you, your looks played a vital role, you
Correct.
know. And why this is amazing is, if your looks was the key, then it would have died. It would have gotten you like the first, second gigs. But
Correct.
because the meat of the matter is the meat itself, or the wedding meeting, you know, pardon the pun, right? You
Yeah.
know, so it just shows how you're able to let your background play a big role in helping you navigate the business sphere and the problem solving sphere. I want to ask I want to ask a question. Have you gotten some nuggets from what we've said? Because I remember, you know, I'm saying something around, you know, the fine dining, you know, the looking at what the so-called the new competitions of today, what they look up to you for, breaking it down, finding a way to democratize it for real, you know, give it back to everybody for real, and deciding if you want to continue in that thought leadership space. And if that is your decision, then you have to operate at that level. You know, did this point, you know, sort of like put you in a specific direction?
Oh yeah, definitely. It definitely did. You took me to another level. As I said, that idea just came up whilst we were talking, and I would push it further. Um, and I appreciate that. But as I said, the second one was just, what video editing, app would you recommend to make your video more interactive?
Okay, awesome. Um, let me say it this way. Um, they said the most important part of the camera is 6 inches behind it. Does that make sense?
It does.
Camera.
Mm-hmm. Your brain, yeah.
Yes. So why I think the tool does not matter, of course, I'll tell you. and even after telling you, I'm sure you wouldn't use it. I use DaVinci Resolve.
Okay.
So DaVinci Resolve is a professional tool for big editors. And by the way, I dabbled into it. Like my wife wanted to do a video for her NGO, and she needed it like yesterday. Like I think she was traveling, so she needed to do the video. And I said, I must use DaVinci Resolve to do this thing, and I launched it and I started using it. But again, I have a background. I have a very, very heavily creative background.
Okay.
I've been a creative director on MTN for 4 years. I've been in advertising for over 10 years. Over 13.
That explains it.
Yeah.
Sorry, bros. I cannot compete with you. It's okay. It's okay.
No. So
you
this
just
is why
broke
I'm
my
saying.
confidence.
So this is why I'm saying. This is why I'm saying the tool does not matter. It's the person.
Correct.
The day a person who uses their phone, I'm looking for an influencer that is very good at using their phone and the gritty background, and we love it. Lai Wasabi, thank you. The day Lai Wasabi begins to take his time to edit his content, he will lose a lot of people.
You're right. I get you.
But for someone like myself, I am here talking about the craft, the intentionality, design, problem solving. I have to do the work. I have to stay awake and do the work. Cigar wares. He sent me a voice note saying he's shocked at how I'm awake at night asking for his time, so I can ask him or present to him my thoughts, that he's so impressed and inspired. But the thing is, I've cultivated that habit like how many years, where you send work to clients, you get their feedback, you give them a rationale, you give them a build up, to what you're about to sell to them.
Yeah.
Not everybody has that rigor, and not everybody should have that rigor. So what I will tell you in terms of your concept, forget about the tool you want to use to record. Forget about how it wants to look. The first thing is the message you want to pass. Priority one. The second priority is, what is the best form that this message must get to the listener? Like, what is the best device? What is the best carrier? So that when they receive the message, they get it with the intention, that the concept came with. For example, if it is comedy, when comedy is well polished and look perfect, and the comedian looks all fresh and everything, it might take away from the work. It might take away from the work.
From the craft, yes.
Yes, but when it's recorded on phone and it looks quite raw, it feels like, oh, this guy just came up with the idea. I don't even think he's reading the script. I don't think he thought about it. And that adds to the heft of the work.
Correct.
And then you'll be like, oh, this guy is a genius. Like, I have a lot of colleagues who are in the creative industry. But the fact that you want to come live to discuss someone's problem, what if the idea does not come? Like, idea does not come every time. I'm taking a risk as well. But what would I say? Some people have a gift of listening. If you don't have a gift of listening, then learn it, cultivate it. And if I listened to you so I could hear some words, I listened to you and I could hear where the problem is coming from. You listened to Electromax and you saw a path to her solving the problem.
Correct.
Right. So I think when we get all this right, then we can now say, okay, I can edit. Can I get someone who will be doing the edits for me, and I'll supply the person fine dining for a week? Do you get what I mean?
I'm actually looking for someone that could do that. So if I know you don't have time, so if any of your team members can, I'll be glad to pay for it.
I would even rather someone who is close to you there. Someone who can come, from beginning of the process, shoot it for you, edit it for you, and then maybe batch produce it for you.
That's good.
You
I
know,
mean, there are
that
contents.
will be more, that
Yeah.
will be more, you know, progressive for you than you working, you know, remotely, and then you send the videos and they're like, oh no, this is not the camera angle we agreed.
You are
You know,
right.
so it's more progressive. It's more progressive.
Okay. I
So
like that. Thank you so
what do you
much.
think?
I agree. I think you're brilliant. I think you should tell us a bit more about yourself, you know, because me just hearing that, just your background.
10th video. I said it, 10th video. I'm
Did
not
you?
talking about myself until the 10th live session. And that's
Got
when you
you.
can
All
ask me
right then.
any question about
You're
my
a
past.
mysterious
So am I
man.
present?
It's beautiful. I like the mystery.
Yes, you know, these things with this, me too. Let me make you want something. You can't just come and just have everything like
I
that.
beg
You
you.
know?
Nah, it's been a pleasure. I really
Thank you.
appreciate this, and
Thank
definitely
you
we'll be in
very, very
touch.
much.
I'll look at the programs you've got so I can, book in for some of them. You're having them on Zoom, right? Or
No, it's a video course. I'm pre-recording them.
okay, okay. So
I'm
one can
pre-recording them.
download.
Yeah, so
Okay.
once you pre-order it, the video will be live on December 10th.
Okay.
You know, and once the video is live on December 10th, then you can watch it. So
Beautiful.
you watch
Okay.
it and the video is yours.
Okay. Lovely. I look forward to seeing them and purchasing them as well. And do
Thank
keep
you.
in
Thank
touch.
you.
It's been a
Yeah,
pleasure.
thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you. Live sessions on Instagram and TikTok, 7 p.m. on Tuesdays, while the TikTok sessions same time on Thursdays.